That's right. Welcome in. Welcome back, folks, to a Notre Dame football receives a verbal commitment from top 100 edge player Ebenezer. He don't play like no geezer. Ewetade. What does this mean and what does this not mean for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish edition of the Always Irish Show? As always, thanks for being here. You can find the program on YouTube. Do it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps John out as well. Notifications on that way you don't miss nothing. Twitter. Search bar Always Irish or at Always Irishing. Emails alwaysirishnd@gmail.com. Audio only. Anywhere you want it, you can get it. Don't want to see my face? Nobody blames you for that. Go to the audio only. Who are we kidding? Call-in lines, 312-988-15. Dial it up. Tell Uncle Yanni Boy all you've heard and seen. Notre Dame Fighting Irish brought to you by SI. Read all about it. Patreon.com/Always Irish. Former captain, leading tackler Mike Goolsby and myself. We got a hell of a weekend planned for you next weekend. But we're going to start it a little early. Tonight, 7 o'clock. Patreon.com/Always Irish. Jack Sullivan's going to join us. You know him on Twitter from the ND Recruiting account. 30,000 something people, covers all the recruiting. He's going to come live with us at 7 o'clock over on Patreon Sunday night. We're going to do that. Fast forward through the week. Friday night, Always Irish get together. Nothing wild. We're going to go out on Eddy Street, have a drink or two. Anybody in town looking to hang that night, we're going to do that. 9:30 Saturday morning, tailgate in front of Leahy's statue. You know my reverence for the man. In front of his statue, look for the flags. Go to the blue and gold game. After that, head over to the linebacker, Goolsby and I, live post-game show in person, talking about Notre Dame spring and the blue and gold game. You can't beat it. Be there, be square. Can't wait to see everybody. All right. You've asked for it. You've begged for it. You've complained about it. You got it. Some Notre Dame action, more than just visits. ND gets a verbal commitment from according to On3, there's some varying rankings here. And I still don't understand how so many of these people that are expert outlets end up with vastly different outcomes for different guys. If everybody's that professional about it, and you all have an algorithm and you all know what you're looking at, how can it vary that much? That's a whole different thing. But according to On3, the number 36 overall ranked recruit, regardless of position in 2026, edge rusher Ebenezer ain't no geezer. I hope he's a Scrooge to the other team. Ewetade. I hope I'm saying that name right. It's fun to say. Hope I'm saying it right. Here's what I like about this. Offers from Georgia and Alabama ended up in Notre Dame. You always say you want to see how a guy's perceived. Look around, look at that offer list. It'll tell you where they fall, kind of, generally speaking. Sometimes that tells me more than the star ranking does, looking at who offered the guy. Georgia and Alabama, and he's going to end up verbally committing to Notre Dame, and you're glad to see it. What does this mean? Notre Dame gets a commit when it feels like you've been in a dry spell. Hopefully this starts a trend, positive momentum heading into blue and gold, whatever. But it's felt like a dry spell. There hasn't been a ton of momentum. It's like, a guy's visiting or whatever. People want more than that, and they want it from good players or whatever. Well, here you go. So hopefully this will start some sort of trend, right? What else does this mean? So it breaks your dry spell. What else does this mean? It means Notre Dame's high on this player's radar and that he likes us. What does it not mean? That I'm counting him, that he signed it with Notre Dame. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore, man. And again, before anybody says anything in the comments, I'm going to address this straight on. When I say the new way I got to look at Notre Dame recruiting is these verbal commitments are taken with a grain of salt. You're the leader in the clubhouse, nothing official. Still got to put on the full court press to recruit not only that guy that's verbally committed, but your number 2, 3 guy behind him, whatever. All of that. It's not a shot at the kid or their perceived, my lack of loyalty I'm predicting from them on like a character level. No, it's just the business. It's not a shot at any individual kid or any of the ones that burned us at the top of our recruiting classes, every other Freeman class. It's the business. So don't write me, oh, John, that's mean. You're already being negative about a guy that committed he wants to be here. I heard that about all the guys we lost off the top of our recruiting sheet the last 3 years. It's not a shot at the kid. It's me growing up and realizing this is the business now. The verbal commitment means leader in the clubhouse, guy's really interested. That's about it. And the higher a guy's ranked and the more he's thought of, the more on alert I am. Burn me once, shame on me. Burn me 20 times, I'm an idiot. Notre Dame's the leader in the clubhouse. That's cool. But that's as far as you could responsibly go these days, man. I can't. We've just been burned so many times with the top-rated guys in these classes. I believe it when I see it on the dotted line. But it's good to gain a little momentum here. I'm not acting like this isn't a positive. It is. But you got to hold on to the guy for it to matter. So that's good news. Hopefully we get some momentum going here. What could come next? Could it be another D-line edge guy? Dunham scheduled to come in, I believe, April 10th. Note the timing on that. Don't you think it's very peculiar to have a guy announcing right around the blue and gold weekend and all that stuff, and Notre Dame's a final contender? Like, is there writing on the wall there? I think people feel good about that. What else might be coming? Tiki Hola, you could holla at me, Hola. Good position for him. I like that. How about a Holler for Hola t-shirt? Let's get it cracking already. I got an NIL idea. The guy ain't even here. Holler for Hola. There you go. Put it on a shirt. Print it. So maybe some of that stuff's coming next. I saw there was a running back we may be in the mix for, something like that. You know what's not appearing on my list or information is Notre Dame's about to land some 5-star receivers. I don't see that on the list of what's coming next. And listen, I don't want to be like all nitpicky or perceived as being negative on all that, although I admit I am somewhat jaded on modern recruiting. But if you're like, John, this program's doing really good, and look at these positions who are doing good in the secondary, all this stuff, whatever. I get it all. But when you finished second in the country last year, you're allowed to be nitpicky, because if you finish second and go on the run Notre Dame had in 24, it means you're doing a lot of things really well, and you're not that far from winning it all. So when you're in this position, I actually feel like you can be nitpicky because you're close. You're close. And so I think it's fair at that point for you to get real specific about what you need to get over the hump. It's not like you're a 6-6 program and I'm nitpicking one position group and blaming everything on them. If you're 6-6, you have bigger structural, foundational program issues. We don't have that. Notre Dame's really, really close. I'm looking at what I honestly think we need the most to get us over the hump. I need some of them dogs in the wide receiver room. Big, strong, angry, physical dogs. That's what I need, man. That's what I need. The bar's really, really high for Notre Dame right now. And it's deserved because of what they accomplished this last year. It's okay to be nitpicky about what we need. And you know what? Getting some really good guys on the D-line is on that list too. And it looks like you may be in position to get some verbal commitments that hopefully stick in that area. So I like the momentum. I like getting off the schneid here and dropping a dry spell and getting back, gaining some momentum. I do. I just don't have it in me to react to verbal commitments the way I did 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. Everything's changed. Everything's changed. And I'm not trying to be a negative Nathan. I'm just trying to be a realistic Ronnie, looking at what has happened to our program under Freeman with our top recruits in every class. It's been a struggle. So if I could get more evidence to balance it out in this next class, those top guys stick, great. Then there will be some balance on the ledger to make me be like, all right, maybe they figured that problem out and how to insulate themselves from it. Or maybe it's just, it depends on the guy. And maybe this crop of guys really do love Notre Dame and they're going to stick no matter what else comes their way, NIL, pay for play, whatever. I don't know. So again, I'm not trying to be negative, but we've been burned a lot. And I got scar tissue that I wish you saw. It's really hard recruiting ball. I don't know. Good pickup. Hopefully it sticks. And then when that ink is dry, then I'll get all excited about it. That's the responsible way to be. Good pickup, though. Hope it sticks, and then hope we get a bunch more, and they all stick and want to be here. Good job. Get some momentum going. Don't forget to check out the merchandise. The link is in the description. You can browse and carouse all the different Always Irish gear. Make sure you head over there and get something for the next tailgate. Thanks for being here.